11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
Is immune from attack almost completely. With Bitcoin, you actually gain far more from using that computing power to generate Bitcoins.
System approaching perfection. Just in time for our disappearance. System approaching perfection. Just in time for our disappearance.
We'll walk deeper into the belly of the beast if it means I'm able to further limit reckless government spending. I mean, I have so many ideas. Some are simple, like take down traffic lights and eliminate the post office. The bigger ones will be tougher, like bring all of this crumbling to the ground.
And welcome to the Digital Cash Evolution here today in Phoenix, Arizona. And I've got a whole room full of people here with me. As always, Doug is here to help me out. He's from Phoenix Crypto, and he's got all the local information for you, where to find ATMs, how to set up your wallets and all these things, how to not hire other people to buy your cryptocurrencies and stuff for you. You don't need those people to buy some crappy coin like Ripple or anything like that. Forget those things, man. Come and talk to Doug at Phoenix Crypto. In fact, you can actually come out tonight, and we will be hanging out at Classic Crust Pizza, and that's at Cactus and Cave Creek, correct?
Correct.
All right. Now, so what do we get? What do you got in store for us then out there?
Well, it's going to be an informal meetup this evening. We just kind of threw the idea together last minute, and I wouldn't mind doing it once a week after the show, kind of an after show deal. Have you guys, listeners, come on down and get your first Bitcoin wallet or crypto wallet, and
you'll see. Yeah, come out and find out why we're not on TV and why we're on radio. Yeah. We're pretty ugly, but come out anyway.
We got a whole panel full of guys here. Yeah. What do you call a group of crypto nerds? I don't know, like a murder of crows or a gaggle. It's like
I know. Well, baboons are a Congress,
probably
right?
A dateless.
But one thing that would be really cool is you actually get to come out to Classic Crust Pizza, set up a wallet, and then turn right back around and buy yourself a beer or slice of pizza and get to see cryptocurrency in action, how it works, how easy and simple it is to use, and learn everything you need to know. One of our other guests is popping in right now.
Yeah, we're a ATM operator and a kind of Bitcoin trading and crypto trading company, but we also consult. And what I really want to accomplish is being the educator for the whole community here. That's my main priority, is getting people involved and learning about this.
Yeah, we're not trying to sell you a service or anything. We just want you to know how to get involved in this. Don't buy at the peak. This is a really good time to buy. Hopefully, I hope it doesn't go any lower.
Advisors.
We don't know. Yeah, we're not financial advisors, but don't spend more than you can stand to lose.
Yeah, cryptocurrency doesn't break the laws of investing. A lot of people kind of tend to lose their minds when prices go volatile and go crazy, but it doesn't break the laws of investing. So all the caveats still apply.
And another thing that we want to kind of focus on today is the cryptocurrencies actually offer you a level of privacy, and we've got a couple of experts here that will help us talk about privacy and why you need it, what it means for you. I mean, if I don't have anything to hide, why do I care?
I'd say privacy is a fundamental human right, something that we've had all of our lives, and it's starting to get eroded in this new digital technical society. Up until the 90s, people transacted largely with cash and still had financial privacy. With the advent of credit cards and everything going digital and mobile, we've lost that privacy. Cryptocurrencies try to give us some of that back. Like Bitcoin, they say, is pseudo-anonymous. I guess that means it's really not anonymous at all.
Yeah, it's definitely not. And, I mean, you can take extra measures to be pretty anonymous if you want to go to those extra links, but still. Like if you're buying weed or something and that might affect your job, you don't want to use your credit card to do that because.
And I'd say you probably don't want to use Bitcoin either.
Right.
There's cryptocurrencies that are better suited.
Well, I'm talking about legally. I'm talking about like a legal transaction in a dispensary where, they're trying to bring credit cards into this.
Right.
And even though you could use a credit card, you may not want to because you don't want that, linked to your job. You don't want your bank
You don't
deciding,
want your bank to know.
Right. You don't want your bank to shut you down or things like that. Anyway, yeah. So
that's somewhere where crypto can definitely benefit you in enhancing your privacy profile.
Right. And you're working on a project. Tell me a little bit about the project that you're working on.
We're still a little bit in the stealth mode with it, but we're coming up with a privacy layer for the Ethereum blockchain.
And just who are you? Because you haven't.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
exactly, right.
So, privacy. Yeah, I'm Alex. I'm the owner and proprietor of Classic Crust Pizza, where we're going to be hanging out a little later. And I'm also a software engineer, and my son and I have a startup called Cryptario, and we're developing an Ethereum token that enables other Ethereum tokens to be privatized.
Another thing I want to point out here is that we're highlighting Alex because he accepts crypto. And so if you have a business out there and you want to start taking cryptocurrencies, we'll highlight you as well. I mean, we just want to get people using this. We're not trying to sell you anything, but come and see it used. Come out to Alex's shop and find out.
Yeah, come talk crypto with us. Come spend crypto with us. We're all very knowledgeable.
Yeah, so tonight, what do you say, 7 p.m. we'll be out there to meet and greet people?
Yeah, we'll definitely be there by then. I mean, in fact, we're there several days a week, so I mean, we certainly invite you out tonight, but I mean, there's a good chance if you come by on just about, most other days of the week, we're there just hanging out and talking crypto.
And we have another guy sitting in here with us, and he is part of the McAfee for President campaign, right? No,
not true. By the way, if anyone's listening out there, this is a really big mic. I don't know what that means, but this is pretty impressive. So.
Anyway, so this is Ija, and he used to have a company working with McAfee and working on privacy concerns. He has a company called Demon Saw and Promether.
Right.
So he's working on several different things. He's actually one of the lead devs for Grand Theft Auto 5. So you can imagine he might actually know what he's doing. If he's out there programming games, he's not a clown. He knows what's up. So share with us a little bit about how you got into this and what privacy means to you. And we only have about a minute, but
okay. Well, privacy at its most fundamental definition is basically those secrets that you and I have that if they were to be revealed to the world would only render harm to me and my loved ones or the people close to me. That's the definition of privacy. And so there's secrets that if revealed don't help anybody else. It only hinders me and my loved ones. And that's why privacy is important, because we all have those things. We all are fragile. We all have those secrets. So it's not about state secrets. It's about the things that are intimate to me and the people I care about.
And a little bit about your project.
Promether is a blockchain incentivized platform that implements all the networking, security, and anonymity code that applications, dApps, networks, blockchains need to be secure and anonymous and protected on the open web.
And how does somebody find out about Promether?
Promether.com, Promether.com. And I'm the founder and CEO.
All right. And you're not voting for McAfee? Why was
he might run again? Did you see that in the news? Let's all hope he does not.
Go ahead, Doug. You have anything to add for tonight?
No, not right now. We'll just,
all right, so yes, definitely come on out tonight, 7 p.m. Classic Crust Pizza. That's at
Cactus and Cave Creek.
Cactus and Cave Creek. We'll set you up with a wallet to give you a little bit of dash. Just come on out.
Bank in a box, it's like a bank in a box. Take back the power, what's your plan for tomorrow? Are you a leader or will you follow?
take back the power. Are you a leader or are you going to follow? Will you take back your privacy? Let's find out. Ija,
Yes, Danny.
tell me a little bit more about privacy. Why do I need it?
Well, so here's the important thing, right? I mean, there are those who want to control, and there are those who allowed themselves to be controlled, right? And until the masses fight back or stand up for what is rightfully theirs and the rights that they have as human beings, we're not just talking Americans or citizens of the world, we're talking about members of our species. Everyone's entitled to certain rights. And until those people stand up, until we stand up and demand justice and demand to be treated better, we're going to continue to be stepped on and pushed around. And so privacy really is fundamental to that fight for our human rights as a species.
How do you think cryptocurrencies relate to that for privacy?
Oh, well, so cryptocurrency, in fact, the entire, it's really, most of your readers don't, or listeners, nobody's reading this, I hope, but most of the listeners don't understand.
No, there's somebody in Utah that is.
Well, it's okay if you are. It's fine. I mean, we're very
CIA
open-minded.
or whatever. I think they read all of our transcripts.
The NSA Utah Data Center. They're reading it right now. Good point. So it's really not even about the blockchain. I mean, most people get caught up with the blockchain technology. Blockchain is one of the, and hear me out here, because this is going to sound like, oh my God, did he really say that? Blockchain is one of the absolute worst technologies ever invented, the data structure. It is a tree that you prune to be a linked list and can never modify. From an engineer, I see an engineer across from me nodding. From an engineering standpoint, it is potentially in fact, I'm going to say on record, it is the absolute worst data structure that I could ever think up. With my 20-year plus engineering background. If I wanted to completely destroy asymptotic runtime and performance, I would prune a tree. Maybe even worse would be pruning a hash table. That's probably worse, but nonetheless, it's a terrible data structure. So what cryptocurrency really is all about has nothing to do with the blockchain. It's nothing to do with Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency is really about the decentralization of all knowledge and all human knowledge and the information that we need to move our society forward. I mean, I watch a lot of Star Trek, and I see where I think we could possibly go in the future, or at least Gene Roddenberry's vision of that. But cryptocurrency is really about the decentralization of thought and knowledge. It has nothing to do with Bitcoin, nothing to do with smart contracts or Vitalik or Ethereum. It's about moving.
Who's Vitalik?
One of the founders of Ethereum. Okay, all right. Well, maybe we should rewind, Danny. Let's just go back. But nonetheless, it's the decentralization of knowledge and intelligence and the storage of that knowledge, and more important, the free accessibility of that knowledge. This is what Aaron Swartz tried to do years ago with journal articles and putting all that information online that governments paid for and companies were making money off of. It's about the Dropboxes and the Googles and the Facebook and the Zuckerbergs and the people that are making a lot of money off of our information and now own every single electronic detail about us. We're talking about a free society, free information, free access to that information, and more importantly, we're kicking centralization to the curb. Taking these countries or these companies and governments and these centralized powers and authorities, and we're basically giving them a middle finger and saying, I'm done with you. I'm in charge. I'm now the god of my own world. That's what crypto is really the forefront of, is that movement of freeing ourselves from the shackles of the last 100 years.
You know, I think anybody that's listening can agree that the government is not very efficient at anything except for waste, starting a war, but they're just pretty much wasteful.
Sure.
So they're in charge of the money system. Why are we putting somebody so irresponsible in charge of the money system? Why can't the free market handle the money system? And that's really what I think that cryptocurrency is all about, is taking back our right to have our own money.
Right, absolutely. And it's the same thing with Equifax and Experian and TransUnion and any sort of centralization. I'll tell you what centralized data stores, from a hacker perspective, make me want to do. Hack them. That's exactly what I want to do when I see 50 million records, is I want to hack one server or one collection of servers and release all the records to the world. And sadly, it happens all the time. I mean, I hate to use this as an example, but the fappening 1, 2, or 3, or this information, these photos were hacked in iCloud and Google Cloud and Google, all these accounts, these centralized data stores released to the world. That's out there forever. That's just one example. Why was that so easy to do? Because all those photos were stored in a central set of servers. So centralization is far too tempting for hackers. And here's the scary thing to all this, and most people don't know this. Everything is hackable. Everything. And if a hacker wants to get to it, it's what we will pwn it. We will own it, we will destroy it, we will take over it, and we will own your data. Done. That's the reality. Nobody can save you from us, from hackers. But hackers, like programmers, we're also lazy. We're not going to do anything we don't have to. We'll grab the low-hanging fruit first unless we have a vendetta against you or against a specific person. But that's the reality. And any security company that tells you that their security system or their platform or their infrastructure or whatever they're trying to sell you will keep you and your company safe, they're either outright liars or they're trying to sell you something or both.
Awesome. Explain hacker, like good hacker, bad. I mean, obviously the listeners are probably scared of the word hacker. Give us the bright side of that.
Well, a hacker at its core is just an individual who takes something, it could be a piece of hardware, a piece of software, and just makes it do something that it was not originally intended to do. That's it. That's its core definition. It's somebody who tinkers, a tinkerer, a hacker. It doesn't mean it's a bad person. It doesn't mean it's a good person. In fact, all that is irrelevant. Whether you're a black hat, white hat, gray hat, it doesn't matter. When you go to a conference like DEF CON, and I know we were there, having a few too many drinks last year, Danny.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you stand, whether you're a Jedi Knight or whether you're a Sith or whether you're a Mace Windu, right there with your purple special lightsaber in the middle of the two extremes. All that's irrelevant. It's about learning and growing and testing your skills and becoming more powerful at the end of the day. Now, when you leave the conference, things are a little different.
I thought QueerCon was funner, but
QueerCon was by far much funner.
You guys had way too much fun out of that.
Hey,
when is next year's?
It's August 9th through 12th. Here's a shameless plug. I'll be speaking at DEF CON. It's in Las Vegas. If you want to party for 4 days and forget who you are, or forget where you are, I mean, that's the place to be.
I'm Googling it right now.
Leave your laptop at home.
And turn your phone off. Turn your phone off and Bluetooth and all that.
So DEFCON.com or .org, DEF CON.
Alex, let's get your take on that.
Oh, man. Well, so cryptocurrencies, I'd say, are the first manifestation of decentralized money. Bitcoin itself is really the only true decentralized cryptocurrency that's out there. The other ones generally have a very centralized control over their code base and over the hash rate and what's happening with their coin. So I'd say Bitcoin is pure in its decentralized nature, but it doesn't offer very much for privacy at all. It's an open ledger. So when you come and buy a pizza from me, I can see how much is in your wallet. Now that's probably not okay.
Right, that's true. Getting back to that, as a business owner,
what if you have a lot in your wallet?
Yeah.
What if I hire somebody like Ejo over here to come take your wallet from you?
Yeah, that's probably not good.
I mean, I like Daniel, so I probably won't do that. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe he can have his moments. So
yeah,
I might do that. Yeah,
well, you like him, so you have close access to him.
That's
so maybe
true.
If he leaves his device unattended for a couple minutes, right? That's all it's going to take.
True.
So yeah, privacy.
True. But what's important is that we now have a choice over that. We can take as little or as much responsibility over the management of that money, rather than leaving it to a third party. That is quote unquote trusted third party, which we all know is not. I.e. the banks. We can now be the master of our own wealth, rather than leaving it to a third party.
And generally, we do a really bad job at managing and controlling our own wealth when we're the owners of those keys. very few people are really responsible enough to be able to manage that, I'd say.
And that's why at Phoenix Crypto, we really do a lot of educating and teaching our clients how to secure this. It's very important
how to decentralize your money.
Take the right steps, to be diligent in securing your money.
And hard wallets and go ahead.
When it comes to money, there's a fundamental reason why privacy is important too, which is called fungibility. And this is one of the characteristics of money that Aristotle identified. And when you know how much money somebody has and where that money's been, there is centralized power structures that can start blocking it, and then suddenly it breaks certain qualities of money. So it's actually quite
If your money came from weed, I probably don't want it, right?
All right, we just got a few seconds. We're fixing to go to break. We'll come right back and talk more about privacy and crypto. And welcome back to the digital cash evolution. We're going to talk a little bit about business acceptance, since we actually have a real guy here sitting in. It's this big myth. Hey, there's businesses that take Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies. Well, actually, there is, and he's sitting in studio with us. And if you have any questions, if you're a business owner and if you have a question about it, go ahead and give us a call, 602-277-KFNX. That's 602-277-KFNX. Alex, tell us about being a business owner that accepts it and why it's a good deal for you.
It's great because I don't have any chargebacks, and I don't have to pay a share to anyone else. So I get to keep 100% of the crypto that comes to me.
And some businesses, what they'll do, their services like BitPay, where you can actually receive the payment in cryptocurrency, but you actually get dollars from them. They kind of mitigate that payment where you don't actually ever even see the cryptocurrency. So it's nothing more than kind of a credit card usage.
Yeah, that's an easy way for a business to start accepting crypto. I'd personally recommend they just use a standard wallet
and keep it.
And keep the crypto, or spend it with other businesses in the local economy, so we can really build a crypto-denominated economy here in town.
Yeah, the best way to buy crypto is not to hire some guy to go to an exchange for you or anything like that.
Well, you're going to pay
even go to an exchange
over top of what the current exchange rate is.
Yeah, go to the ATMs or something like that, or start
accept it in your business. It makes it's huge because I'm able to buy crypto effectively for my food costs.
So it's pretty cheap.
A significant discount.
Yeah, and especially when the price is down like this, more people.
I'm loving it because I'm going to hold it until the price is 3 times what it is now, and use that to expand my business.
Awesome. And what about Doug? To tell us about your business.
Well, we are primarily an education company, but we operate ATMs in Phoenix and Northern Arizona as well.
Do you accept crypto?
We pretty much only accept crypto.
Well, that's kind of the way we are. The Crypto Show only accepts crypto for advertising. So if you wanted to advertise with us, you can only purchase advertising with cryptocurrencies. So we're kind of in the same boat. Like for me, all of my income at this point is in cryptocurrency, and it's a little bit of a challenge sometimes, but it's a lot of fun to it's kind of.
There's more friction in the existing financial system and getting your money in and out of it. Once you're in the ecosystem, moving funds around, moving cash around, converting from one coin to another, whatever, paying a tab or whatever is so much more fluid.
Yeah, I have credit cards that I can use. I buy all my airline tickets and whatever, using cryptocurrency directly with cheapair.com. Shout out to those guys for taking multiple cryptocurrencies for airline flights. Yeah. And it's a great deal. Do you have anything else on that, Alex?
Well, cash was the other great form of payment that's all the businesses tend to accept around here. But I don't know that all of the listeners realize how bad the counterfeit problem is here in town. We have to check every bill that comes into our store because otherwise we'll get fakes at least once a week. It's a significant problem. And with crypto, you don't have that risk at all.
How often do you get counterfeit crypto?
Never. And I actually get more crypto payments than Discover Card payments. So there's probably a lot of merchants listening that accept Discover Card, and it's not a big deal to them. Why not accept crypto you're going to get new customers coming to see you just because you accept crypto. People will come to your store. They come to my store.
And do they always spend crypto?
They don't always spend crypto, but they know that I support the crypto community. So they'll come and sometimes they'll spend dollars.
See, exactly. So you'll get loyal customers that are coming in just because you cater to their needs.
And I think there's a misconception sometimes where people think of a digital currency, you hear the word digital, and you're first going to compare it to digital transactions like swiping your credit card. But it really is much more like a cash transaction than a credit card transaction, in that it's irreversible.
Like digital cash?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the name of the show here, sort of. But yeah, that's what it's about. How about yourself? Do you take, Ija, do you take cryptocurrency for?
So I am funding a brand new company and paying employees on crypto alone. So absolutely, which, to be honest, it's a little daunting at first, and I'll even though I've done it for a while, paying payroll, imagine trying to book everything with it, hotels and cars and flights and paying your attorney fees. I mean, and literally trying to plan the next few years of the company. And when the markets go up and down, I mean, the volatility right now of the markets, just 6 to 8 weeks ago, Ethereum was down to mid 300s, upper 300s, right around, I think it was 370, 380. And, now it's up 500, or at least was last time I dared to check. Thank you very much. I'm crying. But it's so the volatility scares a lot of people off, and to be honest, the volatility is not a good thing at all. And we gotta find a way to solve that. But the other problem we see with crypto is the exchanges. I mean, most people don't realize right now there's three groups of people that benefit from crypto. There's exchanges, miners, and investors. 99.99% of the world don't benefit at all from crypto. That's a problem. So it's great to be a geek and great to be an early adopter and embrace crypto, but the reality is, and this is for us, this is tough for us to take, is that we're in the minority. And we're in the minority because exchanges and miners are abusing
That's
crypto.
Racist.
Yeah. Well, I think as early adopters, we are proactive in wanting to use crypto in our daily lives, and so we want to grow the ecosystem. But the truth is, for a large percentage of the population, they're not going to have any interest until actually there's a use case that they're presented with. I have clients that come to me sometime because they want to buy designer shoes that from a website that only accepts crypto. And so now they don't care about the ideology, behind it, but they're looking to say, oh, this fulfills a need. And many of the listeners here are going to, one day, the day is coming soon when you're going to run into a scenario where you're either going to get a discount for something, you're going to save money. There's going to be a real world use case for you, and you're not...
lay out the real world use case for Purse.io. You're familiar with that, right?
Absolutely. I just made a purchase, Purse.io purchase the other day. Purse.io allows you to get anywhere from a 10 to 20% discount on Amazon products. So you're not buying from Amazon directly, but the way that it works is you create a wish list and fund the Bitcoin, the amount of Bitcoin that would cover the cost of that, and then someone will come along, purchase those items for you, and have them shipped to you. And because they're looking to get rid of their Amazon credits that they have, they're going. That's where the discount comes in as a benefit to you.
Yeah, basically, what it really amounts to is Amazon is the company store in other countries around the world. So in third world countries, people are literally working at the company store being paid in Amazon credits, and they can't eat Amazon credits, but they can probably get what they need using cryptocurrencies. They can change that out for cash, where they can't do that really with Amazon. So you go to Purse.io and say there's an iPad, $300. Well, I'm cheap. I can't say.
Well, literally, this.
I can't really say that word, but I wanted to say, what. Anyway.
Well, that was my purchase with some electronics the other day. For sticker price was $249. Would have been my checkout price at Amazon, and it was. I put a 20% discount as the offer. Someone picked it up, and I paid $250 off.
Yeah, that's the thing is, the discount, you get to create your own discount with Purse.io. It's not like, hey, this is 10% off. No, it's like, nah, I'm feeling cheap today.
Yeah.
I want 30% off.
I basically said I'd like 20% off, and that order was fulfilled by someone that evening.
Sometimes like you're asking for 30 and even 40%, it may take a few days, but you will probably get somebody to take your order for you. So yeah, that's huge savings. So if you like money, maybe you want to save a little. I think saving things, if you shop on Amazon, you can save money using cryptocurrency. It's pretty much a no-brainer. So this is the kind of the beginning stage. It's like email in the 90s, like nobody really used it. And digital cash, cryptocurrencies, it's the same thing. It's comparative to email in the 90s.
Yeah.
Maybe not everybody's using it now. It's just us silly nerds, and I'm not really even a nerd, dude. I'm a roofer. But
everybody at some point along came a use case where they weren't using the internet before, and they began using it for whatever that reason. It was getting
right,
and shopping online or something.
You're going to see the same thing now, so don't be fooled.
You might as well be ahead of the curve and be ready for it.
And it may not, by the time it comes around, it may not be Bitcoin, it may not be Dash, it may not be any of these others. It may be something different, but at least you're going to be familiar with it and know how to use it and not get left behind.
And Danny, you are a nerd, just for the record.
Yeah, I'm the nerdiest roofer I know, that's for sure. I don't do much of that anymore. But yeah, I mean, my business in Austin is I'm a roofing contractor, and I accept cryptocurrencies for roofing. I accept all cryptocurrencies for roofing. And that's what they were calling me there, is the Bitcoin roofer. So there you go.
It's a great way, just like you said, is a great way to single out your business and make it stick out.
And welcome back to the Digital Cash Evolution. I want you to run out right now. Well, first, you can call us at 602-277-KFNX if you have any questions about cryptocurrencies or privacy. And then run right out and get the Signal app, because that thing is just so private. It's super awesome. Tell us about that, Ija.
Danny, you're going to make me trigger, and you know exactly what you're doing. So first of all, most of those secure messaging apps out there, I would say probably all of them, are not that secure and are not that great and are centralized and are quickly going to be replaced. So I had promised you.
I kind of have a hard time believing that. I mean, because like every time one of my friends signs up for Signal or Telegram, I get an alert and it tells me about it.
Yeah, your friend Ija is now on Signal.
Yeah, that just screams privacy.
Yeah, it's great. And
it's totally private.
Apparently, there's a hidden setting that you can turn that off, but you have to opt out of that.
I have to go hire Ija to help me find that.
Right.
Okay.
Well, the reason why they do that is because it grows the network. They get more money. So it's, keep in mind, people say, well, why are they so anti-privacy? Well, they're making money off of us. And so when you think, what is the goal of a company? It is to make money. And we can't fault them for doing what they are born to do. I mean, we can't fault a rattlesnake for rattling in the desert. It just happens. It's the way life is. But what we can do is not...
Depends on the tune.
Yeah, it does. Well, we can hopefully not walk by the rattlesnakes. I mean, I was born in Phoenix, so I've seen many rattlesnakes, and I try not to walk by them. But what we can do is we can choose not to use these anti-privacy apps. And that is starting to happen more and more. And so I'm hoping to accomplish that by replacing them, or at least offering decent alternatives that people will start using who are more privacy aware and privacy focused. And so that's what we can do, is we can build better apps that have privacy in mind, but that's still not enough. It's not enough to offer privacy. The people who care about privacy, unfortunately, we're such a small minority right now that a privacy feature alone is not going to replace a popular app like WhatsApp or Signal or Facebook Messenger. We have to offer more. And so I challenge all the software developers and engineers out there that are building new, modern, revolutionary, state-of-the-art software to go beyond the status quo. We have to give something more, because privacy is not cool. It doesn't sell. Privacy is just not enough, sadly. So we bake in a great product. We bake in privacy into a great product with a lot of features. That's a winning combination.
Now, maybe if they, put boobs on it or something, everybody would be interested. Who knows?
I'm thinking they probably want secure messaging features first. Since that's just me, though. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure. Well, tell me what so you started out actually with Demon Saw, and that was for the file sharing, and then you had something called Enigma that was actually going to solve this problem, but that was and real quick, before, when we first started interviewing McAfee and Ija, like neither one of them were into cryptocurrencies. We were like, during the break, we're telling McAfee, hey, you got to get into cryptocurrency, and he's like, that's another. And now he's like crypto Jesus, and we were
right. I mean, he'll pump any coin out there for what, 5 Bitcoins or what's the going rate? I don't know what. I don't know. Okay, whatever the going rate is, he'll pump it for you. If you've got a coin to pump, he'll do it. It's and like I said, I'm going to be prophetic. I'm going to save my prophecy for the very, very end of the show, but we're almost there. Yeah. Should I be prophetic now, or do you want to wait like 5 minutes?
No, let's hear your prophecy.
Right,
we do want to touch on Alex's technology as well.
All right. Well, let me go get my Moses staff and robe. 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Well, here's the prophecy. The future. People want to know where technology is going into the next decade or 2 decades. I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen, and it's not going to take Silicon Valley. We'll probably be talking about this. Other shows we've talked about it.
I got some Piper coin.
Great, good. Yeah, get that out. We'll need that in a couple minutes. But the future is, and it's detrimental to companies and governments, but the future is the decentralization of the cloud. And what I'm calling it is the decentralization of the cloud. What does that mean? I mean, the cloud is
like
uploaded.
Clear skies or something.
The cloud is uploaded to the Matrix. Insert your own sound effects here. The decentralization of online data is going to be ripped away from the strongholds of the centralized, like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and wherever you upload your information, whether it's Equifax or the U.S. government or wherever it is, and it will be pulled out of those central repositories, and it will be sent into the decentralized cloud. And data structures, it won't be the blockchain. The blockchain's too slow and not adaptable enough. But your data, my data, everybody's data will be stored decentrally in the cloud and accessible by us at any given moment in time. And the Facebooks of the world and the Googles and the Apples of the world will lose all their power. Dropbox, it won't be enough to have one vertical market if you're a company. If you're Dropbox and you offer a decentralized file storage or a centralized file storage, not enough. You're going out of business. Sorry, buddy. Prepare now. If you're Facebook, I'm sorry, Zuckerberg, you're about to go out of business in about 10 years. He might last 13, 14. But all data that is now centralized is going to move into a decentralized cloud. Now, we may have a cutesy name that we call it besides decentralized cloud, but it's happening.
And Clear Skies.
And I mean,
this is the name.
Part of it.
Clear Skies is the name of his.
Part of it will be powered by Promether and tech like Promether, privacy-centric and focused technology. But mark my words, the cloud is in the process of being decentralized. And what we see with cryptocurrency right now is leading that effort, which is a great segue.
Let's hear about what you're doing. I want to hear about your project.
So first I need to talk a little bit about the Ethereum blockchain and how it is
it's gone.
Yeah, no. It's a wide open ledger that enables people to create smart contracts. The number one use case is tokens that represent value or a security or some sort of utility. And there's been billions of dollars worth of wealth in these tokens now. And it's wide open as to who owns what. It's you broadcast your IP address that can be correlated back to you. It's extremely not private. So what we've done is we've taken the privacy technology from Zcash, zero knowledge proofs, the ZK snarks, and we're doing that on the Ethereum blockchain to enable you to shield any tokens that are currently in existence.
And what would that mean for the Ethereum blockchain?
Well, all the tokens are going to go dark and come into our contract where they can get moved around privately.
And how far off is that?
I'd say we're still a few months out. We're working on it.
Still a few months out. Yeah. And what's the name of the project?
The project's called Tunnel.io.
Tunnel.io.
TNNL.io.
And how does somebody get involved in that? And let's hear it from your technical advisor here.
Go ahead, Tracy.
Yeah. Yeah. Just talk right into the mic.
So, parent company that we are is Cryptographic Applications Research, known as Cryptario. So you can go to cryptar.io, cryptar.io. We have a simple contact form right there. Most of the efforts have been working just on the research development side, and so we haven't finished our white paper or anything like that.
Yeah, a little closer to the mic when you're. Yeah.
Well, we're going to be chasing the funds, just like our friend here, really soon, and we're going to be looking for some developers as well to join the team. So definitely hit our contact form because we're looking for talent.
All right. And do you have any last thoughts on Promether, how people can get involved and what it means?
Well, the first place to go is we have an ever-growing Telegram channel, Twitter. First place to go is Promether.com. Everything will be there. Promether.com. You'll have links to our blog. You'll have links to, by the way, we do not have a Facebook account. I'd rather cut my own finger off than have a Facebook account.
Here's my knife?
No, I'd rather, that's why I don't have one. So I don't have to cut off digits.
They are the number one anti-privacy company. Well, maybe number two. I'd say Google's number one.
Right. Yeah. A lot of people were complaining the other day of Microsoft buying GitHub. And I said, no, you guys don't understand. Google's far worse than Microsoft. Don't be picking on Microsoft because you're jelly of Bill Gates and all his money, or no, you should focus on Google. You should focus on the real devil in the room.
All right. And let's go ahead and wrap it up talking about what we're going to do tonight. Come on out to Classic Crust Pizza at
Cactus and Cave Creek.
Cactus and Cave Creek at Classic Crust Pizza. Come out. We'll set you up with a wallet. We'll give you some free Dash. And we'll let you see how you can actually purchase some pizza, beer, wine, all the other good. He's got great pizza, by the way, even if you're one of those gluten-free type of people. He's got one of those things, too.
Maybe we'll do a Trezor giveaway.
A Trezor giveaway.
Yeah,
and stay
Bitcoin
tuned.
Wallet.
People who get wallets will be in line to get a Ghost Gunner. You can print your own machine gun anytime you want. So come on out. Come on out to Classic Crust Pizza tonight at 7.